Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is for my class, Manufacturing and Sustainability. I am Justin Towalski, and I am excited to present an in-depth analysis of one of the world's most iconic coffee blends, Starbucks' Pike Place Roast. Coffee is a daily ritual for billions of people around the world, yet we often overlook the complex environmental and social journey each cup takes before it reaches your hands. This presentation will walk you through the life cycle of Pike Place Roast, examining the impacts at every stage and identifying areas where improvements can lead to more sustainable consumption. Globally, over 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed daily. Coffee is a cultural cornerstone, an economic driver, and a global commodity. But it is also one of the most resource-intensive products we consume. Its journey from tropical farms to city cafes involves deforestation, water usage, carbon emissions, and labor dynamics that are often hidden from view. Pike Place Roast is emblematic of these dynamics, making it the perfect subject for a deeper sustainability study. Launched in 2008 to honor the first Starbucks store at Pike Place Market in Seattle, this roast is made from 100% Arabica beans, grown primarily in Colombia, Brazil, and Costa Rica. These regions offer high altitude, volcanic soil, and stable climates, ideal for coffee cultivation. However, they also face increasing environmental stress due to shifting weather patterns, land degradation, and social inadequacies among farming communities. Understanding where these beans come from is essential to evaluating their full impact. The life cycle begins with a cultivation. Starbucks uses its CAFE practices program, developed with Conservation International, to ensure ethical sourcing, fair wages, and environmental protections. Over 98% of Starbucks coffee is verified through this standard. Yet, many farmers still face difficulties in maintaining sustainable practices due to limited resources and challenges posed by climate change. Fertilizer use, water stress, and pesticide runoff are ongoing concerns despite Starbucks' best efforts. Arabica beans are delicate and sensitive to environmental changes. Rising temperatures, erratic rainfall, and soil degradation are pushing farmers to move their operations to higher elevations, leading to deforestation in previously untouched areas. This contributes to biodiversity loss and increased carbon emissions. While Starbucks supports biodiversity in shade-grown coffee, implementation varies depending on local infrastructure and farmers' participation. Packaging represents a major challenge for sustainability. Pike Place Roast is sold in multi-layered plastic bags that extend shelf life but are almost impossible to recycle through regular systems. K-cups for single-serve machines are composed of plastic, aluminum, and paper, all tightly bound in ways that resist easy separation. Starbucks partners with TerraCycle for recycling, but this requires consumer effort and is not widely accessible. As such, much of the packaging ends up in landfills. Once the beans are sourced and shipped, they are roasted in the U.S. at facilities in York, Pennsylvania, Augusta, Georgia, and Sandy Run, South Carolina. These are LEED certified and incorporate energy-saving systems. Still, roasting is a high-energy process, reaching temperatures of up to 540 degrees Fahrenheit and rely primarily on natural gas. Despite energy-efficient upgrades, Starbucks roasting operations remain one of the highest contributors to their direct emissions footprint. As shown in this bar chart, roasting contributes to over 170,000 metric tons of CO2, equivalent emissions in recent years. Starbucks uses afterburners and filtration systems to manage VOCs and particulates, but roasting contributes to pose environmental challenges. It's worth noting that any gains from efficiency are often offset by the sheer volume of production necessary to meet global demand. Roasting and packaging generate waste in the form of chaff, coffee dust, and wastewater. Starbucks composts or reuses some of these materials, and it's working toward a goal of reducing water usage per cup by 50% by 2030. Nonetheless, the manufacturing process remains resource intensive, particularly in regions with limited water availability. Innovations in water recirculation and cleaner energy are vital for improving this phase. After production, Pike Place roast travels through an expensive distribution system. The product is stored in regional distribution centers and then shipped to cafes, grocery stores, and online customers. Marketing efforts include sustainability messaging and visual branding, but also generate waste through point-of-sale displays and single-use promotional items. All of these elements, storage, energy, fuel for transportation, and marketing waste, add to the product's carbon footprint. Scope 3 emissions from transportation and packaging. This line graph highlights Starbucks' Scope 3 emissions, particularly from transportation and packaging. These emissions often exceed Scope 1 emissions. As coffee travels thousands of miles from farm to cup, Starbucks has pledged to reduce transportation emissions by optimizing routes and increasing use of renewable fuels. But progress is gradual due to the complexity of global logistics. Retail and e-commerce impacts. Retail and e-commerce introduce their own sustainability challenges. Online orders often require more packaging and generate more emissions due to last-mile delivery. Grocery store displays and seasonal promotions contribute to waste as well. While consumers enjoy the convenience, each delivery and product display adds to the environmental cost. Innovation in reusable packaging and carbon-neutral delivery are still in early phases of adoption. Life cycle stage 4, use phase. Most customers don't consider the energy or water they use to brew coffee. Yet the use phase can account for a significant portion of emissions. Drip coffee makers, Keurig machines, and espresso machines use considerable electricity. Manual methods like French press or pour-over brewing are far more efficient. Starbucks encourages sustainable brewing practices, but adoption requires greater consumer awareness and engagement. This bar chart compares energy consumption across brewing methods. It's clear that single-serve machines are among the least efficient. If more consumers switch to manual methods, the cumulative energy savings would be enormous. Starbucks could do more to promote these options through in-store signage or on packaging tips. Waste from coffee use. Each brewed cup creates waste: used grounds, empty pods, paper filters, and disposable cups. Grounds can be composted, but most end up in landfills. Starbucks distributes over 6 billion paper cups annually. While some stores offer composting or recycling, infrastructure is inconsistent. Behavior change is difficult without convenience or clear systems in place. Life cycle stage 5, end of life. At the end of the coffee's journey, waste management becomes critical. Multi-material packaging is difficult to recycle, and most municipalities aren't equipped to handle coffee-exclusive waste. Starbucks' Bring Your Own Cup initiative is gaining traction, but widespread adoption is still limited. Better product design, and local partnership are key to improving outcomes at this stage. Waste composition of single-serve coffee. This pie chart breaks down the waste production produced by a single cup brewed with a K-cup. While coffee grounds are compostable, the remaining plastic, aluminum, and paper components are persistent in the environment. A redesign of these products could drastically reduce long-term waste and improve recyclability. Certifications and social impacts. While Starbucks uses CAFE practices for over 98% of its coffee, third-party certifications like Fairtrade or Rainforest Alliance are only present in some product lines. This raises concerns about transparency and independence. Socially, Starbucks has made strides in ensuring fair labor and community support, but critics urge the company to go further in verifying compliance and supporting smallholder farmers. Where the impact happens. This bar chart shows the contribution of each life cycle stage to overall emissions. Farming and roasting account for the largest share, followed by the use phase and transportation. Knowing these hotspots helps prioritize where Starbucks and its consumers can act. Climate-smart agriculture to energy-efficient brewing, there are opportunities at every level. Recommendations for improvement based on this analysis. Starbucks should switch to compostable or mono-material packaging. Promote low-energy brewing methods throughout marketing. Expand recycling and composting access in stores. Improve transportation efficiency with electric or hybrid fleets. Adopt third-party certifications more broadly. Invest in regenerative farming and climate-resilient programs. Use carbon labeling and digital education to guide consumer choices. These targeted changes could significantly reduce the footprint of Pike Place Roast without sacrificing quality or accessibility. Thank you for your attention and time. The story of Pike Place Roast is more than just about coffee. It's about the systems we partake in every day. Sustainability isn't just a corporate responsibility, it's a shared one. And I hope this presentation has given you a deeper appreciation for the complexities of coffee and the inspired ideas for positive change. I am happy to take any questions you might have down in the comments. Thank you.